welcome to Martin's Models again, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you my Type 7 U-boat before it goes in the tank this afternoon. I've got to do a bit of testing on it just to make sure it's alright, so that when we finish this lockdown it'll be straight out on the water. Now this is a Type 7 U-boat, as you probably already know. This in fact is built on a B, a 7B, because it's got the net cutter at the front, and it's also sporting the emblem of the old claw, which is U87. Unfortunately, U87 is at the bottom of the ocean, somewhere off the coast of Portugal. So that's not that good. However, this is an OTW kit. And it's I don't know, 7 feet long, so it's a massive boat. What I've done here with this particular boat is to do it in a complete rusted format. I've used a special technique, which is it's not paint, it's actual rust itself, and it's actually changed. When it's wet, it tends to rust a bit more, and I'll show you up close a little bit more in a minute. And it tends to change colour virtually the whole time. So you put it in the water and it's sort of rusting, which is fantastic, and it come out a lot better than I thought. The whole boat itself, as I say, uses an OTW dive cylinder as well on this particular one. It's got independent motors on there. That's tank steering, because it gets you out of some tight spots. But as you probably know, the Type 7 was the most prevalent U-boat during the war, and some 1,100 of them were built, but there are only, what, I think there are 3 Type 7s left in the world at the moment. So if you get an opportunity to go and see one, I think there's one in the UK, in Birkenhead. It's been cut up, 534, and there's one in the States, 505, which was captured, and the other one is in Germany. But they are a rare commodity, but sunk a hell of a lot of shipping during the war, and the crews on them, just what they had to contend with were just amazing. So if you get any chances to read any books on these, like Iron Coffins or something like that, give you some idea what it was like, or even watch the film Das Boat. But anyway, this particular boat has a few surprises on it. It's obviously got the navigation lights on it, as you can see, and then when it dives, these are on a float switch again, and they go out, and then what happens is the periscope pops up, and there's a little light on the end of the periscope. Now you might have seen this actually. There's a couple of YouTube videos on this. Absolutely, there's one on my site, and also there's 1-2 others by somebody else, and it does look kind of amazing underwater and on the surface. So, but this does have a few surprises. It's got a little sound box in it. I'm gonna see whether we can get it to work. So always a little bit kind of temperamental, but see what we can do. So it's got a sound of a U-boat engine on it, which is actually the recording of a proper U-boat engine, and it does sound like a bit like a train engine, but that's what it's like. So we'll just fire her up and see what she's like. There we go. We'll get to be going. It's loud as anything. While that's going, what we'll do is give you a bit of a close-up view of it while it's going. Okay, how's that? if I can get it to work, oh, wants to start up again. It's got another sound on it. Not sure whether I can get it to go or not. Hey, hey. Now some of you might recognise that from the film Das Boat, and that's what it is. So adds a little bit of realism to the boat. What we do is it has got a remote control switch on it, which we can now turn or off, which makes it a lot easier. There we go. Now the other great thing about this is, of course, there's a lot of magnet pieces on here, so all these deck pieces lift off. They've got sort of magnets on them, and even the rear sections come off like that, so you can get access to the tube inside, and also obviously the conning tower piece comes off as well, and that allows you to get access inside. Also, because this is such a large boat, and I have to kneel down here. This is such a large boat. What I've had to do is I've had to cut the front off here, and this front piece comes off to allow you to get at the battery, and it's the only way you can actually pull the tube out. So the tube will actually come out, and that's the only way I can get access to the tube. It's just too big. And there's just not enough room here to squeeze that tube inside, because the VII itself is quite an odd shape. It's quite long and very, very thin, so it makes it very, very difficult. But as I say, this whole front end comes off. Let's see whether we can show you what that's like inside. So you can see that it's bolted together. And you can see there's the join around the outside, and allows you to get access to the boat. And then you can see obviously inside there's the tube inside. So there you go. So yeah, this is a magnificent boat. Absolutely going, on the water. It's a bit tricky to control, because you've got to alter the dive planes, although it does have an automatic levelling device, and you couldn't really operate it without it. But actually, as you see, if you look on my channel, you'll see there's some fantastic videos of it, and an icon, really, just a fantastic icon. It takes a bit of time to build, but if you've got the patience, and it's a wall of brass conning tower. It needs to be soldered up. I mean, you can get a resin one, but if you have a word with OTW, you can do a lovely brass conning tower, and it does make a complete difference to the whole model. It's just really sets it off, and it's just a pleasure to own one of these boats. It's as I say, it's an icon, and something that's in history wise, it is just phenomenal. So that's the Type 7. Hope you've enjoyed it, and keep your eyes open, and we'll see what we can come up with for the next model. So see you later.